wanted my
You want the
cloud.
clouds?
Yes, I wanted my cloud.
I got my
was got to
drink.
shout out my face.
So Hippie, first off, I want to thank you because
Thank you.
I have been in the interview closet for a while, and I was like the person that I really think that I want to interview and watching what was going on while I was in hiatus was you.
Oh, cool.
Like Hippie one doesn't mind giving his side. He doesn't mind giving his opinion on shit. He doesn't mind getting into the middle of mess and being like, hey, this is going on. This is that, giving your basic synopsis on everything that's going on. So I definitely know you won't mind talking.
Correct.
All right. So
I
first
don't
off,
mind, and I'm not scared of the people.
as you shouldn't be. You guys make sure you continue to share out the live and like the live because, again, the way this interview is going to go is probably going to be a little bit of speed into it because, again, the common cousins requested that with my interviews, we get straight to the point.
Go ahead. Hit me with it. I'm not scared.
So, again, I'm not somebody that likes to start an interview basically weird. I am going to still ask, how was your day going so far?
Oh, my day is good. I got to hang out with the tiny humans, and I'm definitely down to talk to Sh3go. Usually I don't be on like Friday nights and Saturday nights. My common cousins probably know that. But that's because I like to hit the streets and live. So, yeah, this is a special for them.
Okay, well, again, due to the common cousins request, we're going to get straight into it. And that way this is better for you so that way you can get back to the streets.
Okay.
So I'm going to hop right into it and talk to you about the messy box battle.
Wait, what's the game? You said it was a game too.
It is. I'm sorry for rushing because the common cousin made me do that. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
So, we're going to give the order of events. The order of events is going to go pretty much straight messy questions because the background questions are going to go towards the end. Hippie does have a game, and the game that I created for him is 2 parts. It's going to be they are team Hippie or they are not fucking with me in my Janelle voice. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And then we're going to have in Hippie's true fashion messy categories. He's used to doing the field report. So I've come up with my own messy categories to get his perspective on who he feels won these categories since he's been in Messy Talk so far. So this is not last week. This is not last month. This is since he has come into Messy Talk. Cool? 1 second, real quick, y'all.
Well, she's checking her messages. Hey, y'all, it's the Hip. Share the live. Let people know we're doing an interview with Sh3go.
Thank you, Bono.
I'm having a little drinky drink. Thank you for the gift, y'all. Realist, I love you.
I totally forgot. Hold on really quick because my mods always look out for me. And shout out again to Ballhead.
Thank you, bro.
How do I put this on here? There we go.
Hey, baby.
All right.
Thank you for the gifts.
So,
I'll tell you, my wife raised us.
I'm not going to get into the messy categories yet because that would be giving away the surprise. But there is a few that are going to make you guys turn some heads because I had to make it really messy with the game because I checked you. I did a lot of research on you from YouTube all the way to TikTok, and you're only in a few messy situations, which is good for you, but it's kind of bad for you at the same time because we had to make this game really messy. So we'll see how this goes. Ready?
Yeah.
So first thing, what gave you the idea for the messy box battle?
I've been on all sides of TikTok. One of my mods, Cola, she used to be a battler, and they do box battles everywhere. I know a group of people, CIA fam, they have a box battle every single Friday. So they just pick different people in their groups' lives, and all of them go there, and they just sit there for hours. So I've seen the box battles before. I've seen the box battles on Messy Talk before. So I thought about it, and I was trying to think of ways to make it my own, as I do with everything that I try to do on Messy Talk. You know, we all are different types of bread. I want to make sure that people want to pick up my kind.
All right. All right, so shout out to Cola for helping you get the idea on that.
Hey, Cola.
All right, so did you and Empress ever have the dialogue you were supposed to after the box battle about how she felt about it?
Well, we did in my live, and then also she and I like talked via the comments in different lives or whatever, but I didn't feel, and I don't know how Empress feels, but I didn't feel like we need to have a talk. I thought other people were making it bigger than what it was. She came over to my live and told me what she said and how she felt. And even when I was discussing it in Braid Live after, I was clear to everyone. I don't think Empress was starting something. She was in her live. She asked the question. Some certain people were like, oh, why is she live so early? Well, she was just in a box battle. If it was me, I would have took that momentum and went back to my live too. Hey, my supporters, now we're going to hang out over here in my space. So I didn't see nothing wrong with it. So I was never upset with her, not even that night. So I feel like she said what she said, and she came to my live and discussed it. So I didn't need no extra follow up.
Yeah, so the reason I asked is because I saw you in a live where you were saying, this was actually your live, one of the field reports you were doing, where Rose was streaming, and there was a slight disconnect, I would say, between you and Rose while she was streaming, because people in the comments were trying to say that you should go over there and speak up for yourself, and that Empress is saying one thing, and you were like, well, we need to have a conversation. We will. So that's why I was basically following up with that, because I didn't know if it was something that you took offense to, or if the common cousins just, which you basically stated just now, it was people that were making it bigger than it was, and you didn't feel like a conversation was needed to be had. However, it was had anyway.
Yeah, and I wouldn't just say the comment cousins. If you're talking about then, yeah, Rose was in my live and then she left. But in that moment, Rose and I were having a difference in opinion. She felt like they were playing in my face, and she like, see, Hippie, they already knew about it. Are you going to say something about it? And I felt like, well, maybe. I want to see how everybody going to play before I figure out how I'm going to play. Right. That was what I was trying to do, and I was trying to make sure I stayed in that moment. But I wasn't upset with Rose either for stating her opinion. I feel like she was really passionate about why you not saying nothing. Any other time you would say
yourself. Right.
Yeah. And then there were other people like, I think Slim and I'll even say Blaze. I'm done dragging you for now. But they did at the time kind of push this narrative of Empress asked the question, or why was Empress upset? It was like, that lady was never mad. Why y'all saying that? Like, okay, say she, excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, say she asked the question, cool, but don't try to spin it like she dragged me, or like she didn't come to my panel when people were talking about it to be like, nah, this is what I said. I never meant that way. Like, she wasn't rude or disrespectful me anyway, and I'm totally fine with it.
Okay. I mean, I feel that. So I understand how situations like that go, especially being on the app as long as I have. So who surprised you the most in the box battle?
Like forever? Like, what do you mean surprising the most?
For that battle? Like, who was the one that was like, oh, I didn't really expect her to come through swinging like that? Because that was a really big battle. I was in the part of the first round.
Oh, yeah. So. That was Nay Baby and That Therapist.
I ain't gonna lie, she surprised the shit out of me, too. I was like, okay,
yeah. Because I know that people try to sway it towards $2, but there's been a lot of times that $2 was sitting and shooting for somebody that was a dollar bill that was in the box battle, and they did not win. I was surprised $2 won, but they were throwing for a shoot. So in the same context, I had never met Nay Baby before then. Me and That Therapist had conversations in the comments here or there, but never a direct convo. Hey, Cola, baby. So with that being said, I was surprised. And then also, Almond said Nay Baby supported me after that as well with the conversations about the box battle. So I was surprised by that too, because I'm like, this lady don't even know me and she already being loyal. So I'm going to rock with her anyway. So there's that.
Okay. All right. So just to make sure I understand the order correctly.
Yeah.
It was first 15%, second 10%, and then there was 2 common cousins that were gifted as well. Correct?
Yes, but to clarify, as I did say in Bray's Live, initially it was 15% for first place. The additional 10% for second place was added after the battle for a bonus. So the creators agreed to 15% for first place. And the second thing is 2 comment cousins were gifted, but there was also a third because there was a user. I can't remember their name right now. I don't want to say their name because I think it's their real names, but it's a couple that share an account. I was supposed to send them coffee one day and their CA wasn't working. I was messaging them back and forth, and then they came in the live and I was like, listen, your coffee. And they was like, pay it forward, give it to somebody else. So I ended up blessing 3 comment cousins. It wasn't a full percentage, but they were given the same amount, all 3 of them. And we do that blessing of a comment cousins all the time. Like I said, the coffee, because it was an early morning live, or whenever I'm doing the field report, if our CA goal, say for the field report is like 1:30, Then we say, hey, if we get to the goal, then we're going to bless one of the comment cousins. And then if we exceed that, maybe we have a big spender that week, then we add another one like, oh, another comment cousin. And that category on the field report is called Messy Blessy, and it's inspired by Miss Nietzsche of FOE.
Okay, period. So I do need to get clarity. This is a follow-up question. Is the money given to the comment cousins from the box battle coming from the winner's total or the total in general?
The total in general. So the winner gets their 15%. In this case, second place got 10%. That's one number. You get a blessing, you get a blessing, you get a blessing.
And then you get the remaining.
Exactly. And there may be something
you get 85% then.
Correct. And then in addition, there may be something like we do have a graphic designer that we work with, Thinky Link. She does make all of my designs for the cloud. So to make our backdrop for that week and the backdrop for the prior week, she was also paid all those funds. And then if it's something like there's a moderator that works super hard or somebody that I'm like, oh, you're the moderator of the week, I may pay them on the back end as well. That's never guaranteed. There isn't a set amount for moderators. But in that case, there was one paid that day, and our graphic designer was paid that day. So I felt, or I knew that it wasn't a full 85%, but at the time I was cautious about how I chose to explain it, because I already knew that it was a fishing expedition. And I want to be sure if any fish were caught, they were nothing but minnows, darling. They wouldn't eat off of me. You know what I mean?
Right. But see, I wanted to break that down because, which is going to get to my next question. If you plan on hosting future box battles, I feel like I don't want people to have, which is part of the reason of my interviews, to break down situations. So that way people don't have this negative narrative and don't know the full context. If people knew there's 15% for the first winner, there's 10% for the second winner, there's 2 comment cousins that are blessed from it, as well as a third comment cousin for coffee, as well as a mod that's blessed for it. And there was also a graphic designer that helped design for the background. Then I got the remainder. People would have been able to make the full math to be like, it's not 85% because he's paying the people that are into the event. He's paying the people that are in the panel, as well as helping the people that were on the back end. And then he's giving himself a cut. You see what I'm saying? And I understand why you chose to give your explanation the way you did, because people were already making their own narrative anyway. In the way Messy Talk Go, it's like no matter how I explain it, you're still going to hear it the way you want to hear it. But me personally, again, the reason I do the interviews is because I want to know the truth behind what's going on.
Yeah. What I will say is I understand what you're saying. But the first thing is I do send that to the creator prior to when I ask them to be in the box battle. I do also ask them to register for the event where it does say there's multiple rounds. We will be taking CAs, there's multipliers. And this is what the prize is. Really, to me, the incentive is if you win, you get 15% of the money. Like, to me, that's the big incentive for anybody. So with that being said, I also said it in the live several times. There was blogs that also explained it. Thank you, Colin, down there telling us, friend, I love you. I said it several times. I said it before every round. So I was very upfront and honest. So to me, it was already a lot of meat and potatoes that supported me. So even though people weren't hearing it out loud, I knew I had context somewhere that I could pull out if I needed to be like, look, this is what the people agreed to. I don't know what they're telling y'all, but this is what they saw in the back end. And then the second thing was, at the time, I was really thinking, don't explain yourself too much, because these MFers going to take it how they're going to take it. So you let them know. And matter of fact, you stand in it and they say, oh, you're going to give away 25% and then keep 75%. Actually, what they agreed to was 15% and I keep 85. Like, be halfway arrogant about it to let the people know that I'm not afraid. And also, I think I was a little annoyed by some of the questions like, who did the math? Excuse me, darling? I'm quite educated. He can do quadratic equations on paper and graph them on paper. What do you mean who did addition, subtraction, and multiplication? We didn't even have to divide. So I'm more upset with stuff like that, and I will get in a frenzy about, well, can you do math? Can you do geospatial statistics? When really they like, oh, now he's getting defensive. Look, he's getting mad. It was like, no, you need to focus on the task at hand. Focus on what it was that you agreed to, and focus on the fact that you delivered what you agreed upon. Yeah. And also tell the people the truth, which is moving forward, I'll be happy to, make any changes. Now, I'm not going to be having no box battles because I ain't really like how the way that y'all got down with that. But, you know, just honestly being honest and being like, look, moving forward, this is what I would do. And also saying the simple thing, which is if somebody would have said something, if anybody would have said that's too much and this what percentage I think you should do, I would have rethought and be like, maybe I'll do it this way. But nobody objected to it. So I think I was good to go. But sorry if you had a question. I just wanted
to Hippie, yeah, you speeded.
Yeah, I started talking fast.
You said two categories that I was ready to ask you. So
okay, sister, get me together. Pull me back.
So,
for real.
What made you determine
I kept it on zip for this topic. Sorry,
what made you determine 15% as a portion for the CAs?
So initially, I did... I was going to do 8% or something in the first one, like 8% or 7% for the winner, right? Well, I underestimated Messy Talk. I didn't know how much they were going to send the CAs, okay? I thought no folks, for real.
That's understandable.
I thought no folks was going to send about $50. It might send like, y'all get a little percentage. Maybe you get about $7, $10 plus your gifts that you got and everybody move on. I didn't know it was going to be like that. The second thing is, in the first battle, HB so far ahead of everybody in coins that she win, no matter what CAs was sent. So HB percentage would not have been that great. For somebody like that, the incentive would not have been great because the payout, even she was like, just keep it. And I end up, splitting it amongst the other people. But her payout would not have been that great. So in the next one, I was like, no, number one got to get the most amount. So we're going to say 15% for number one. And that's the incentive for the people coming. And then I may add another one if I'm getting more CAs. So that's how I came to 15%. Because initially, the number was too low. And then the second thing was HB got so many coins in the battle that the CAs didn't matter. And the first time I was saying, you get a percentage of the CA set for you, right? So she had the least amount of CA set. So for somebody like her, it wouldn't have made sense. You know what I mean? So then I was like 15% of the total pot. So, coming in, I might get a nice little CA from Hippie if my people get in there and get right now. So that was how I got it.
Okay, so this is a side question. With you doing it that way, where it sounds like it was an increase because you started with 8 and then you doubled it or near doubled it. You know what I'm saying? To where it's now it's like 15, and I'm also giving 10 towards the second after the battle, right? Thank you. With it being that way towards an increase, do you feel like Messy Talk response was a little negative because you tried, or how do you take their response towards the box battle?
Well, I don't think that it was all a Messy Talk. It was many people that supported me. It was a lot of people DMing me saying, Hippie, I don't like doing stuff they say. I'm like, honey, hold your horses, okay? Because this horse is still in the stable, baby. I love the way I ride, all right? But no, seriously, I think that it was a couple people that really was like, wait a minute, how much he made over there? And the narratives of, I made thousands of dollars and went to Cancun. Darling, it's nothing of that nature.
Motherfucker, they said, I ain't gonna lie, somebody has said, he took some of money and some of yours. He's gone. Like the little whole reference.
He's gone. He's never coming back. I'm like, no, I'm still here on this troll page. I was just sick, trying to get my breathing together. But also, I think it was good because I got to kind of see people like flip-flop. And I knew like I could watch what people thinking that I was gone, which was kind of dope.
Auntie Kitty.
But hey, Auntie Kitty. But yeah, I didn't make that much anyway. And also, I think it was really just, they was like, wait, he over there getting money. Wait a minute, not Hippie just supposed to be on Manny panel talking. Now, we'll get him about a celebration or something, but who the hell told him he can get cash apps? Oh, he get cash apps off of everybody else back. And everybody that was talking and saying negative things are people that never have been in my box battles or may not have been invited ever, okay? They're people that I don't hang out with and they don't come to my space. I don't really go to theirs unless it's best. So for me personally, I was just like, oh, y'all just dry hating. But I didn't see that play coming initially, to be honest. I saw it coming when they started coming to my live, like, oh, they saying this in Empress Live. I'm like, oh, they're coming because it's running with this. But I didn't see some of the people that was going to say that what they did and try the narratives they was trying to push. I didn't see some of that. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to eat you up.
Well, I see. That's when it was like you were already introed, but it was like that was like the real intro. You know, when you in messy talk, you gotta get jumped in. You know, so that
Yeah.
was, in my opinion, that was your jump in moment. It was
Yeah,
like
it was.
you gonna sink or swim. Like,
Yeah, I saw it, and initially I was like thinking the same thing. She goes sink or swim, and I was like, no, you got to use intellect and stay focused. You can't start doing a bunch of hooping and hollering. You will get them later. Right now, focus on talking your way out of. Yeah, focus on talking your way out of these people trying to say you got poor business practices, darling. They don't know you're a corporate baddie. Won't do stuff like that. And then on top of that, I'm really from. There's no such thing as trying to scam everyday working people. I don't do stuff like that. No, I'm hosting a well-organized event that's 60 minutes long with 18 different contenders from all over TikTok, not just Messy Talk. And each time we play, we always have a good time. Every single round is timed. And by the end of that 60 minutes, dollar, we already have our winner afoot. And payments are being made. So I think that those people that just press their live button and just do recaps and you know they are relying on TikTok gifts, I think they were upset. Like, who told him he can get cash apps? Well, baby, I'm gonna tell you, it was Manny that first day he told me to go ahead and make a business cash app. It was Manny. Y'all can blame him. Next question, Sh3go.
You better drop a fan.
What I'm saying is that
I'm gonna get to the messy game. Because I got some more questions about the battle, but I feel like that's really going to start to peel the second layer of the onion off. And I kind of
okay, let's do it.
So those that are just joining, Hippie had 2 games. First game is they are Team Hippie or they not fucking with me. Y'all know in the Janelle voice, the girl that was doing the dance and shit, you not fucking with me. Y'all already know what scene I'm talking about. If you don't, go look it up. And the second game is messy categories. This is in true hippie fashion with the field report at all. You know what I'm talking about, Nate, baby. This is in true hippie fashion where we basically have categories of where hippie feels these people are since he's been in Messy Talk. So y'all have gotten his field report every week. This is going to be his true opinion on who he feels tops these categories since he's been on Messy Talk. So they're a Team Hippie or they not fucking with me. Drop Queen.
Drop Queen is Team Hippie. That's my newsroom sister. Drop just likes being antagonistic, but that's not just towards me, that's towards everybody. She just like having, if you notice, she just like have the opposite opinion. She like the debater that wants to just argue the other side. So as long as I don't get up there calling her out her name and all that stuff, me and Drop can debate all day. If I start calling her B, she probably gonna be calling me all types of fat niggas.
Slim.
I don't think he fucking with me. He definitely had a narrative, and it's been a couple times where I was like, "What you saying?" Because it sound like he trying to check me, but then he like, "Oh no, I ain't like that." I'm like, "What's happening here?" So I don't think he really fucked with me like that. But we ain't never exchanged words and that like that, and we're cordial.
Blaze.
Girl.
You already mentioned their names, so I thought I would go ahead and get them up.
Well, I'll say they're not fucking with me because you got until 12 for me to stop dragging you, sir. And I really feel like, I think I was just pissy because in my eyes, he was clearly trying to paint a narrative soon as the T dropped. And I'm like, nigga, I be in your live hanging out now. Now, if you want to ask questions, or you're like, dang, Hippie, what's that about? Different people say different stuff, but he put the same thing in comments 13 different times in 2 different lives. I counted. No context, no extra words, not Sh3go in this one, Hippie in this one. No, the same couple words. And I was like, somebody's trying to paint a narrative. And then we get in the panel and he started asking me about math. And I was like, you must think I'm slow. I'm about to drag you. So I think I was just pissy with him. But I think I just took it personal because I didn't see it coming. But yeah, I don't think he fucking with me. And, you know, I don't care. We're coworkers at this point.
So you said 24 hours, friend.
No, until 12. After 12, at 12, I'm resetting. So I'm letting the hair go.
So you letting it go after that. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, so that would include, I'm not going to say their name. I'll wait till the end. Go ahead.
I got more names on this list, so maybe their name will come up on the list. But I do have another follow-up question. What was the narrative? They trying to
he said, 85% is a lot. Like basically trying to say that I was taking too much money from the cash apps.
Okay.
And that was all that he said. He didn't say anything else. And other people was like, I say that too. I say that too. You didn't say it 13 times the same exact way in two different lives with no other context at all, with no other words being added. Like, no, you trying to play with me. And then you in this box trying to act like we cool. Like, you trying to play on my top and we don't really play. You don't know with them niggas. I'll go there quick. I don't care. With them ladies, I be trying to chill. Like, we can read each other down, lady. Like, yeah. But them niggas, like, please.
Uchi.
I fought with the Ooch. He's been really supportive. Me and Cola have been, like, friends for years. So I know them through Cola, but, like, know of them. So I just, like, met Uchi, like, a couple months ago, and he's been supportive. He's asked me to do interviews with him and other people. And he's always like telling people like, get up here, Hippie. I want them to follow you, Hippie. So yeah, I rock with Ooch, and Ooch definitely rock with me. He fucking with the hip.
Braid.
Who?
Braid.
Braid King, yeah. That's Uncle Braid. He's definitely rocking with me. I don't have any issues with Braid. And honestly, in the beginning, whenever he started coming back to Messy Talk, he was like, oh, Hippie, I'm just going to come over and be in your band. I was like, what, you want to talk about this? Like on the field report? He was like, yeah, I'm just going to stay here. And I was like, oh, this nigga trying to support me. I don't know why, but okay, friend. And he's never been a hater. Like, even when he tried to clock it, like a lot like Lady Susu, they do try to clock it, but I don't think they be trying to have hater in their voice, even when it's somebody they don't like. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I rock with him, and I like the banter that him and Manny have.
All right. Couple more, and then I'm going to get to some messy categories because I want to hear. Bryson.
I don't like him. For real, like, I just feel like...
Why? I'm sorry.
Like, he used to say crazy stuff about me. Like, for real, he just annoys me. Like, that was a hard one. I can't stand for a while. He used to say messy stuff about me as opposition, and then he always highly intoxicated saying anything. And then also the stuff that he did at HB, and I feel like people be acting like that didn't happen, but that was recorded. So it's like, no, I don't like stuff like that. And honestly, DV is a trigger for me. So with that, there's that. I mean, it's the difference between Sh3go saying that Bobby Earl smacked her in 2003 versus we got a recorder. There's a court case. The people go to court like, come on now. I don't like no mess like that. Fuck that nigga. Okay, next one. All now right, he's gonna be dragging me, spelling my hippie. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, Frankie.
I like Frankie and Neffy. Yeah, and then Frankie was a surprise.
I'm sorry, y'all did these names.
Frankie was a surprise in the last box battle. Frankie was the winner. The people came through throwing for Frankie. I said, Frankie girl, what? So that was a surprise in the last one. And then also Frankie made some new friends in my box battle the last time. Some people she never talked to or some people she got to it with. Frankie always been cool and support me. I like her.
Okay, period. So, you ready for the messy categories?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, y'all. I've been drinking with Hippie.
Oh, that's the cloud.
Everybody, it is time for the field report, but over here we're doing it in the trap. So I come up with the categories, and Hippie has to answer. Again, these answers are going from since he's been in Messy Talk. Not last week, not last month, but since he has been in Messy Talk. You ready?
Yeah.
Best platform.
Best as in most fun. I think they make the most money. Like,
best as in most entertaining, the one that you are choosing to go to every day.
Manny in the newsroom.
Okay.
That's a biased answer, but I mean, that's the truth. I like all of y'all, and I go to all of y'all houses, but y'all know at Manny Live, I'm going over there.
Okay. Messiest creator.
I'm going to give it to HB and the Dangerettes. That Messy Mill is funny. At one point, she was just carrying Messy Talk on her back. She has, like, did some of the funniest stuff to me. People have called her diabolical and tried to drag me for it. And I'm like, I don't even talk to that lady like that.
I try to drag you for that.
Because I always be like, I still rock with her. I mean, I don't care. Like, for real. Like, one time she was like, I'm blocking Hippie because he's over there gifting Manny. Y'all think I'm going to get mad at HB about that? Like, she just trying to drag Manny. Like, she'll let me come back. It's okay. Like I think she's funny. So other people don't think it's funny. They're like, it's childish. Well, be childish. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I like her. I like her mess and that messy male. And she kind of like pioneered that because people was doing like everything for like money. She was just like, y'all hit my CA goal, and I'll just take all these free questions, no matter if it's the truth or not. We're gonna ask it. Like, sorry, go ahead.
You could.
For real.
Who do you feel is next up? Thank you, Nay baby. Ball head, all my minds are raw.
For that, I'm gonna say too. I'm gonna say B in the battlefield or the realist.
Shout out to B.
Yeah, or the realist, because for two different reasons. B,
I agree with the realist. I'm not saying I don't agree with Battlefield B, but I'm gonna tell you my reason why when you finish this.
Yeah, I think B can host those lives where people just doing stuff and having fun. We was doing Song Association earlier, kind of like Susu can, you know what I'm saying? Where she can just get people in there and just be laughing, like just picking at the responses, you know what I'm saying? Like a good time, you know? But she can also get people in there and have them going back and forth, but pretend like she caring and she's like trying to mediate, you know? Like I just think that it's good. And then for the realist, I feel like she can have one of them platforms, kind of like Braid in the Kingdom, or even like Manny in the newsroom, where she's just like, I don't give a damn. This is what I'm talking about, and this is what we gonna talk about, and we all gonna talk about it. And you know what? Y'all can talk about me for it tomorrow, but we all gonna talk about it. So, yeah, I think that's
so first off, to the person that said Hippie is up next, of course Hippie is being humble. He knows that these questions are outside of him. Okay? He knows that these questions are about other creators, the same way he does the field report. In regards to my opinion, I feel like they're both next up in two different categories. I've seen B really building herself up, not only in the battle world, but because of the fact that she's already handled messy talk, and because she knows how to battle, I feel like she will be really big in battling, because they have their own mess over there. So she already knows how to carry herself in messy talk, but she also knows how to battle very well. So I feel like if she continued to invest in that, she can take what she's learned from messy talk. So when that mess comes up in battle talk, she can continue her career in messy talk. As far as the realist, I've seen her thrive in messy talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen where she started. You know what I'm saying? Which was, if y'all don't remember the realist history, it was literally her meeting Braid from bringing him some lick and you feel what I'm saying? Before, while he was in her state. And then it's like we got to know her really from there. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the way she's built her category, the way she's defended herself in multiple situations without having to have the defense of Braid. I feel like that's what makes her be able to survive in messy talk and have her own platform. Not to mention she's already come up with her own time slot. There's times where I'm going to the bathroom in the middle of the night and I will literally go watch the realist. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And that's the time slot that she's kind of...
Yeah, and I like that.
As her own.
Yeah, and I like that she started going live early and she's doing those longer slides, because I agree with you. She's like really eased into it. I'm quite pleased with it, honestly. I mean, I get excited, my real accent come out. Quite pleased. I just really like it.
Your accent gonna come out a lot more tonight, because I tell you these questions are funny and they get real. You gonna be like, I've had Nitra looking shocked. So when I had Nitra looking shocked, that is still one of my shining moments, because you can take a lot to shock Nitra when it comes to these questions. All right, so I am going to take a break. I am going to take a break on the game questions because I don't want to spoil it and do too much too fast. But I'm going to get into those battle questions that I did not finish. And this is going to peel off that second layer. All right? So in your opinion, who won the battle based on the gifts alone?
Who won based on the gifts alone?
Alone, no CAs, just the gifts alone.
I don't know.
If you don't know, that's an okay answer too. Because one thing the trap is lie.
I have
an answer and then they get on your ass.
I know.
Okay, period with the receipts. He still got it written down. Okay, period. Look.
Let me find it.
I got a notebook too, friend. Period. We stays with the notebooks. Keep your notes. CYA, which I also heard you say in a live, that you are in corporate America, so you know how to cover your ass. And from somebody that's also been in corporate America, I've heard that saying too many damn times.
Yeah, you always got to do that.
But anyway.
It would have been Nay and then $2. Because I did at the bottom here, if you recall, I've minus the points from the first round that they did from those of the final round. So that's the first calculation. So it would have been Nay, then $2 for the winners. So it would have been the other way around.
All right. And who do you feel won the battle based solely on the CAs?
Based solely on the CAs would be $2. If it was solely on CAs, because she had the most.
Was there any CA requests for refunds after the battle?
No. And no comment cousins asked me that. And none of the creators that was in the battle complained or said anything negative at all.
Okay. I'm not saying that's something that...
I mean...
Girl, because you be doing too much. And I be trying to have my interviews. I'm not trying to do all that. And I don't know if that's a fake page or not.
Well, I do like her, so... Please let her stay for this one. Friend, please act nice, okay?
I be trying, but she be trying to troll.
Yeah, I know she can. I love you, Leola. She be saying, I don't like all men except for Hippie.
And Leola knows that I will literally love her to another time, but I will block her 40,000 times in that middle of love because you play too much, and I'm not for it right now.
She do.
So that's why. She knows that. I've known Leola for years, so that's why I say I will block your ass because you play too much. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to clarify. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify. None of those people asked for anything afterwards, but if you look at the clip from my live, I did say, well, when somebody like brought it up the first time when we were just kind of talking about it, I was like, well, I wouldn't do that anyway. So maybe that's what was in their minds, but nobody did like come back. So I wanted to be clear and honest about that.
Okay. So you've already stated that you're not hosting no more box battles?
That's correct. Or live events of that nature.
Why?
Because I felt like if you want to like dig as an interview, right? Let's dig deep. I am from a small town in North Carolina where my family had a farm. People in these cities think that means that I had holes in my shoes. No, it was hogs, pigs, because they're different things, cows, horses, chickens, geese. There were fields that my granddad grew vegetables in. People bought these animals. People bought the vegetables. My granddad had land all over the town. Who moved on that land? My mama and her sisters. Everybody had their own home. Everybody had their own land, at least an acre or greater. My grandparents have at least 5 acres. So that whole ideology that I would try to scam somebody, that just pissed me off because, like, bro, I've never had problems with money because A, I come from money. B, I have 2 aunts that never had kids.
You know, the Cash App is here if you got a question.
Yeah, I had 2 aunts that never had kids, and they always spoiled us, sending us boxes and boxes of clothes. And I really believe, or I know, if I needed some money, I wouldn't come up here and scam people. I would just ask one of my siblings, and they'd be like, okay, we'll just get it together. Don't worry about it. I'm also the youngest of my mom's kids and my grandkids in need of money, darling. I think the whole premise of that, thank you. The whole premise of that just pissed me off. But I do believe, and I have always said, even before I was a live creator, I believe these people are hosting these lives. I believe these people are spending time. They're putting time together to put this stuff together. I'm doing 60-minute events and getting 18 different people. It takes time to get them there. It takes time to actually host the event. I do think people should be paid for their time. But I didn't like the ideology that I was being too greedy by hosting a box battle once every 2 weeks. Whereas I'm also hosting 3 or 4 other events during the week where I may be getting like 30 crowns or something like that. Yeah, I think I was just pissy at just the idea that I need money. It's like, bro, and on top of that, he's the first boy on either side of his family to go to college. I don't say that like, I'm so snooty, I went to college. I'm really a hood rat, okay? That is very, very successful and highly, highly intelligent. So just like I'm up here scamming people, and people that don't work or rely on TikTok are the ones that say that, like, no. So I'll never give them that satisfaction again.
So to make sure that I understand your story correctly, The reason why you're no longer doing the box battles is because it sounds like you're an independent worker. You have family that has been investing in land and working hard themselves, and you're not depending on family money, you're depending on yourself. And though that you could have depended on the money, you didn't, you still got the negative backlash that you didn't expect.
Yeah, and that's because I don't talk about those things, and those people didn't know that. Yeah, I did. And I felt like they instantly tried to make it seem like, oh, he's some poor person that's up here trying to scheme and scam. It's like, nah, I want to be paid for my time. Yes, those events that I hosted on Sundays, I did do more cash apps, so I did get more money. The box battle, I also had the bachelor auction. There was a lot of money made there, but I guess people weren't paying attention that day. That was my 4th box battle. Those things were being held every other Sunday. So yeah, I was making more money in those things. But that was a well-organized event that I thought was cool. Not that I'm trying to get over on folks. It's like, well, if that's the case, I don't got to do that. Like, I don't got to put no time and effort into doing stuff like that, nor do I have to seek the funds to do it. Because I don't care. Whatever, I don't need that. Let's do it. And that's also why I took a break off from going live for a week, because I wanted to be able to drag people freely without people saying, oh, he need followers, or he just want more money, or he trying to come back. It's like, nah, I'm just doing this for the pure love. I don't got to press that live button. You don't got to give me a gift. I'm here to eat. Okay.
That part. That's the same reason why I do these interviews for the free ski, which, by the way, if y'all continue to tap the screen and support the live, I would greatly appreciate it, because you are not required to sub, cash app, or gift. But tapping the screen helps your comment cousins know what's going on, because, again, I'm not going to ask the same question twice. So this is just for the record, even though I've already gotten your story. For the record,
sure.
Beyond the gifts, do you feel you over profited from that last box battle?
No.
Okay, so why are you stopping there, Brand? Like, I feel like that's my advice to you. I don't feel like you should stop because of what they say, because Messy Talk is going to always have an issue with you, Brand.
Yeah, they are going to always have an issue. And no, I don't think that I overcharge. I do think that I was upfront and I was honest. I did business well. I let the people know what the terms were, and I fulfilled those terms. That's all that I ever want to do as a good consultant. But honestly, I want to have fun. I want to feel like
that's understandable.
I'm up here making a couple dollars while I'm having fun. Not that this is like some job and now I got to fight these people every other week, every time I try to make a coin, or now I got to have them disparaging my shit. Now people don't even want to join. It's like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't need to do stuff like that. You know what? I don't even need to put on no effort to do no mess like that. I'm going to switch up my switch up my platform and do whatever I want to do. And it's like, I think people still going to follow me and people still going to support me. But I mean, for those larger events where maybe they are cash cows. And also, again, I'm the firstborn either side of my family to go to college. I know some real hood niggas. My daddy was a drug supplier, meaning he sold drugs to drug dealers in my county and surrounding counties. When it comes to a dollar, I can count quick. And if I decided to make a plan, I told people the plan. People agreed to the plan. They played the game. I said the game because I did think it was a gambling game of I want to win 15% of that money. Then it's all loving, all fair and loving war. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No, period. And there's somebody who daddy had the actual scale. I don't know if y'all daddy that old, but they're talking about the silver scale where he put the baggies on top and actually weighed in front of you. You wouldn't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I actually do. So that's why I wasn't laughing when he made that statement or none at all, because I know that life. So yeah. Shot break. Some common cousin mentioned it.
Sure, we can take a shot break.
Shot break, and then we can get into this game and have some more fun, because that was a little heavy, but we got to know Hippie a little more, which I'm glad, because I didn't want to go too deep, but I'm glad that you let us in deep enough, friend. So shot to your first interview.
Yes, let me get a little shot. Yeah. I will say I appreciate you allowing me to do that, because I felt like when you asked me, I was like, hold on, girl, I'm about to light the streets up first. But the reason why is because I wanted to be able, I knew it was going to be a space where I could have the conversation. People can dissect it after this, of course, if they want to, and I'll read y'all down if I need to. But to the point, at least be able to get it out in an intellectual way so people can see I ain't cheating nobody. I told them folks up front. Now, if you don't like it, okay, we can discuss what you don't like. But baby, I don't feel bad about it. I definitely ain't cheating nobody. I damn sure ain't been no damn Cancun. Matter of fact, Sh3go ask me where I've been, because we're going to talk about that before I go, okay?
take my shot before I
Take my
feel
shot.
like I need to roll another one too. You told me to ask, so I'm gonna ask. Where have you been?
So the week that all of that happened, I got sick and I went to the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
So according to Lajay, I was on my deathbed, and that was the Lord. And that was because I stole a bunch of people's money because I'm a scammer. I've never been a scammer. I've never stolen anything in my life. I stole a candy bar one time when I was little and showed my mama. She beat me and made me go back in the store and pay for it.
Oh my God.
With that being said, I did have some pretty serious things happen. I had like an emergency surgery that morning, and then I was on a bed rest. And then while I was there, I caught a little COVID, which made it worse because I had a fever. So they were like, "Oh, you probably caught it when you were in the emergency area." So with that being said, yes, I was in the hospital, but the worst thing I had was a fever because I got there at 4 a.m, had my emergency surgery by 8:30. Then I was just laid up in a bed watching NCIS and Matlock, Law and Order, in the heat of the night.
Damn.
Yeah, so I wasn't down and out. I wasn't sad. Really, some of my poor hip. Yes, baby. I was calling her and other people, and they could hear my beep beep in the background. I'm like, honey, I'm just in here watching TV. It's hot in this room.
You should have said beep beep. I wouldn't have laughed.
My little beep beep in the background. So that's why it don't really. Yeah, thank you. I am okay. So that's why it don't really bother me to talk about it. Or somebody like, oh, you was down now. No, I wasn't. I was in there watching NCIS, and the worst thing I had was a fever. That's why they didn't want me to leave. You just had a surgery, and you done went under this stuff, and now you got a fever. You can't leave the hospital like this. Duh. So, yeah. And then I had a few more days off of work because I was still on bed rest, and my job was totally fine with it. And I also had follow-up appointments this week. My job, again, is totally fine with it. We do have unlimited time off. I do get paid to do a lot of things, and they know how I get down, okay? I don't know these people, what they think I do. They think that I'm homeless. I'm stressed out. Honey, he has unlimited time off. I take off when I get ready. That's why y'all be seeing me on Fridays, because I be in the streets living.
Okay. Only reason why I laugh because you shouldn't put the beep beep in the middle of a conversation where I'm trying to be serious.
For real. My little beep
like,
beep.
Because
you know you got this IV, so it's just beeping. The IV got the medicine just beeping. Then you know you get a fever, so they just giving you fluids, through the IV. It's like,
right.
Honey, it's gonna beep beep. It ain't nothing. It's just me and this nurse in here talking. Like, it was just boring the whole time. And then for part of the time I was in ICU, which was actually pretty cool because the ICU is like penthouse suites, and I was like, and then they took me to this little room, and I was like, I'm ready to go home now.
All right, so we're gonna get back into the game. They are Team Hippie, or they not fucking with me in my Jamaican voice. Y'all already know what we talking about. So, Poozy.
Team Hippie. My newsroom sister. Poozy say crazy stuff. Poozy was in one of my box battles. She left and came back and said, Hippie, somebody said, sent me a cash app and said, F Hippie, why he getting all the money? I was like, well, Pooz, that's okay if you feel that way. But it's Poozy. She's just joking, and she's still cool with me. Yeah. Thank you, y'all. I'm glad I'm okay, too.
Okay. Making sure I ain't missing nobody's question. So, they are Team Hippie, or they not fucking with me? Queen Jewel.
They not fucking with me. She ain't never fucked with me. Let's move on. I don't know that wildebeest. My God.
What happened?
Girl.
I ain't catch that tea on YouTube. What happened?
You know, everybody in the newsroom don't like that you're in the newsroom. That's all it is to it. You know, some of them old, decrepit people, beings, those that have cobwebs here and there, they often get upset when some fresh blood comes in, and Manny enjoys their company. But Manny, you know I love you down. The newsroom is such a great space, baby. You know I love you, Manny. Next one, Sh3go. Would you like to do Manny next?
Yeah, he's on the list.
Yes, he definitely rocks with the hip. He definitely fucks with the hip. Father of the house, Manny, love you down. Thank you for always supporting me, baby. Manny has supported me behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Yes, yes, yes.
Genty.
Oh, Godfather. Yeah.
Not Godfather. You got fucking five.
Yeah, the Godfather. I like him. He's always been cool with me, and Arby's too. Oh, his sister Laurent is cool too. I like him, and I like his like. I know he like whatever. I know he like Mary, but it's an interview. I like his vibe in general. He's just like cool. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
crush on Jenty?
No, not like that. You know, that's why I say I know he married. Oh. You know, like crazy, sexy, cool. He like cool. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like just interesting. Like, Jenty, what are you talking about tonight? You know what I mean?
Most hated.
Oh, I like most hated. We had a bumpy start, honey, because he didn't like Brother Kiwi. Me and Kiwi was already cool from Cola and them. And when Kiwi was coming to message, I was like, that's my nigga. I'm a ride for him. And Cola was like, friend, I already know you eat. I'm like, honey, I hate to have to eat somebody for Brother Kiwi. So we was in the panel and he just kept trying to call him by his name. And I was like, hold on now. And then we was on a TikTok user, I'm trying to let go of their hair. We was on their panel one day and I had to about eat him up. And I was like, but then after many, many months, we became cool. And now we troll people together. Most hated is my brother. And I think he's funny. Also, Crip Mike, most hated and Crip Mike together is funny. Okay, you got to watch them together in the comments. They are tag teaming like freaking sumo wrestlers. I love it.
So the person here you trying to let go, is that Blaze?
He's one of the people, but it's another person that has a very dry fro from time to time. And right now they have some sparse braids to fill it in.
Who is it?
Next question, Sh3go.
No, who is it? Tell me, you've already been opening up so much.
Well, we did say earlier, Sh3go, I'll give you a list of people that I'm letting their hair go at 12. So I'll give you that full list at the end, all right? We got to give the people something to look forward to.
I'm going to hold you to that. I'm agreeing
to it. Shake, shake, shake. I do good business, sister.
I'm going to hold you to that. Because we ain't got that much longer to go. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned so we can get this list of who hair getting let go by midnight. All right. So, some more messy categories.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got y'all.
Who's the most boring?
I don't want to say it, but I got to say it. Oh, my God. Don't hate me, okay? Kev, you know I think that you're not funny all the time, okay? But the reason why... the reason why I'm saying I don't want to say this is because when y'all was around here running y'all mouths, Kev the comment had my back, okay? He was saying good stuff about me. He said they just mad because Hippie making money. Hippie cool. We pick on each other in the comments and stuff like that. So I feel bad for saying it, y'all. For real, man. Don't drag me. I feel bad for saying it, but I think that man was saying good stuff about me. So I got to give me his credit. I was surprised. I was like, Kev, you rock with me because I rock with you because it sound like you rock with me because, yeah, but sometimes he is funny, but just not all the time. So you got to give him like 10%. And I don't be thinking like he dragged people too long or something. I don't know. I just don't like it. Kev, I'm sorry. I've said that before. And you got me together. One time in my live, I said, who need to hang it up? And we voted. And the comment cousin said him. And he said, Hippie, I know you said I need to hang it up. You hang it up. So I did think that was funny. But he just be joking with me. So I don't want to say nothing bad about his face because that man did take up for me. Kev, I'm telling the people, you took up for me. And I was surprised by that. I was surprised by Kev and HB. I was like, oh, well, dang. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be too long, Sweet Juice. He just go too long on posts. I'd be like, oh. Sorry, go ahead.
Give me your favorite comic cousins.
Favorite comic cousin. I don't know. It got to be somebody that make me laugh all the time. So I'm going to say that unemployed and messy page that got like a picture they be cracking me up in the comments.
I know what you're talking
about. They funny. See, they funny. Like, if I got to think of a person, like, that's the one that be making me laugh. I'm like, bitch, get out of here. What you doing here, cousin? Like, I don't know. I just think they funny shit. That was the first one that came up. I'm sorry if anybody else offended, but they funny to me. I don't know, damn.
All right, so let's get into some more questions, and then we'll give, because the messy categories only got a few left, and again, I like to spread them out because I don't want to give them too much at one time.
Okay.
So, in honor of Pride Month, you are very comfortable in your sexuality. Do you mind giving your sexual orientation?
I would say, when people usually ask me that, I say like that's a young folks thing. Cause I ain't know nothing about that. I'm from a small town, North Carolina. Like literally, it's like 500 people. So to me, I've always said like fluid, cause they kind of categorize things really hard and like real estate gay for pay. Yeah,
I didn't want to laugh.
If you got a dollar, but I like different things in different ways. So I don't like to say like, oh, I just like men or I just like women. I like to see a bunch of different stuff. So that's why I be saying fluid. Am I what?
Are you pan? Pansexual meaning you're willing to try. You're more so based
No, I wouldn't say that either. Again, that's them with them categories. And the reason why I wouldn't say that is because it's a lot of stuff that I don't want to try. It's a lot of stuff that I'm not turned on by. And also, there's some people, I'll be honest, there's some people that's obsessed with my whole, I ain't with that whole play shit. You're not putting nothing up me. You lick it, but you can't stick it ever, ever, ever. That thing tight, pristine, and it's looking good. So there's a lot of things that I don't want to try, and I'm not really turned on by. So that's why I don't like saying pan, because that sounds like everything. That's why I just be saying fluid, because I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, because since we doing an interview and they be talking about it's prolapse, no, baby, ain't nothing going in and out of that. So, baby, you can check it out. You can inspect that gadget. For real.
He said that. He said no.
Nah, it's looking good. Looking good. For real, that's why it don't bother me, because I'm from the country like, you know what you did and what you didn't do. Like, what? Right. I ain't nobody using no strap on me, wood, or not even like one of those little like bullet things. That type of stuff scares me. Absolutely not. No. For real. Clean and pristine. Absolutely. Tight and right.
Stay professional, my G. I'm trying to
For
stay
real. And big as I am, people be acting like I don't wash. I hate when people try to act like big people stink. It's like, bro, I wash 2-3 times a day. I always smell good. What you talking about? I'm always ready to jump in somebody's sheets. You know what I mean?
No, that's right. Amen. Period.
Oh my God. Y'all don't get me together later on for those comments.
Look, hey, I am loving this interview. That's why I'm just letting you. Hey, this is your interview. Speak, friend. Again, continue to tap the screen. We almost at 20K. Again, the trap has not been open in a while, so I appreciate all support. If you have any questions that have not been asked, you can hit the Cash App so that way I can see your question above the questions that I'm already asking. And I hope that y'all are enjoying the show, because I'm definitely enjoying this shit. This shit is good to me. So, what made you clear up the rumors about you playing with your nose?
I think that because I grew up around a large dealer, right? And it's large for my area. It's a small town in North Carolina. I saw addicts firsthand. And I don't play about people calling me an addict. Even like my arms from when I was in the hospital, I had IVs on each side, right? Because they trying to take blood and they trying to put the IV in, My arms look funny, and I felt insecure about that because to me, it looks like an addict. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm sensitive about that because I've never tried any of that. I never wanted to try any of that because I saw firsthand what it was doing to people. I saw people like parents giving us jewelry all the time. This dude I went to school with, his mama was one of the teachers. The daddy was beating on the mama. He literally beat the lady out of the car and then gave us the car. What is happening here? Well, now I gotta go back to school. This lady gotta teach you biology. Like, I don't like the effects that those things have on people. So the most I've ever done is smoke Mary Jane or do edibles or something with Mary Jane, do like chapstick or something like that. When I was in college, I was in college like 2009 to 2013. So yeah, I tried E-pills and Molly, and yeah, I tried like a perk or something before. but like tried, not like I was strung out or I was doing that stuff weekly. I'm just not into it. I never put anything up my nose. Like, not even like people was like snorting pills and stuff. If you snorted Adderall, they called it blue snot because your snot would turn blue. I never did stuff like that. That's never been my thing. But that's why I always keep these nails like this, because it makes people annoyed and they automatically assume you're on drugs. And I can say something like, nah, your nigga sniff out of it or something like that. Like, just being petty. But no, I don't do stuff like that. And I never have, ever, not even once. So I think that's why it annoys me so much. Sorry, that's a long explanation, but addiction is serious to me, you know? That's why I don't rock with it. That's why when people be like, oh, are you drinking too much? No, if I have a shot on a live in the morning, I work all day. I have calls all day. I have to be functional. I have to talk to these clients and explain to them why they shit not working. Now I got to explain to this developer why it's not working. And I got to get with him and his team to figure out how I can get to work. Now I got to go back to the client and explain to them how to get it to work. Like, I don't be sloppy drunk all day. What are you talking about? So I think that's why I was so offended and decided to clear that up quickly, because I'm serious about it. I'm serious about addiction, and I just saw the effects of it firsthand. I never wanted to do anything like that, ever.
So did somebody introduce that on the app? Like, how did it get here where you had to clear up those rumors?
Yeah, probably because of my nails. So people say that all the time. Okay. And then also, I have mental issues. So if I'm in like a manic state or something like that, and I'm drinking coffee, I'll be da-da-da-da-da, and guess what? She go da-da-da-da, and going like from subject to subject. So people might think I'm coked out, but I'm just a little psychotic. So I mean, I might have gave him a reason one day because I was just talking crazy. Fast. That's why we're here. Yeah, I was on a coffee. I was talking fast. I was a little manic that day, maybe. I don't know. So, like, I might have gave him a reason to think that, but never. I've never even tried it, and I think that's probably why I said it so quick, because that's suburbs kids. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see somebody you went to school with and they parents knocking on your window at night because they just think they fix that battery, and my mom and daddy ain't answer the phone. Like, bro, no, I never wanted something to have that type of control over me. Absolutely not. And I had this idea that if you tried it one time, it was just gonna get a hold of you. You never gonna let you go. Like, no, I'm terrified. Sorry,
so just to make sure I'm understanding correctly, it sounds like with you taking a hiatus from the battle and you having surgery, you basically put that out there so that narrative wouldn't be put out there on you because of the past history you've already had with that in general. Am I right?
Well, not only that, but people were saying that if you're talking about specifically with the battle, people were saying that A, I was on drugs, B, I was off on vacation with the people's stuff and da-da-da. So I wanted to clear that up too, but
okay.
Just in general, Sh3go, I had an idea that everything ain't cleared up. I'm addressing everything, and when I see these people, I'm addressing them directly for whatever it is they said about me. So that was just one of the things, honestly. But you are clocking me and saying I don't fuck with addiction. Well, it's not I don't fuck with it or I don't like that people do it, but I never wanted to be a victim of that.
Right. Right.
Nah,
so you basically try to let people know that's not even what the type shit is. Basically.
Yeah, never. I'm never, like, even small stuff like when I tell you already I go out Fridays and Saturdays. That's why I'm not gonna get on the app, because if I'm out drinking with my cousins, that's not the time for me to get on the internet and be belligerent. I still got a life out here. I still have business to do. So when these people expect for me to handle their shit and their product is of $200,000, they don't want to get on the internet and see me being sloppy drunk. So I'm not going to do those things. So to go from even being, you ain't never seen me even have too much to drink before to playing on my nose. Nah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's take a drink.
Don't apologize to me. I'm a mama. That's gonna happen at any point in time during this interview. I'm sorry.
Yeah, moms, she's my mom.
Moms rule the world, super moms. Let's have a drink while we can. Right, Queen Jim, professional.
She want a snack. Y'all already know how I go eat that, kids. All right, so she just say dinner. That's why I told her just a minute. Allegedly, you were doxxed in a song. Do you plan on dropping a response diss track?
No. I just read that person down all of this week. I gave them different reads every day this week. I think I've, twirled her around enough. But it wasn't, I don't think it was doxing because that person never said my name. And they also alluded to me being from Durham, North Carolina. I'm not from there, nor do I live there now, but I did go to school there, and I lived there for about 12 years because I did go to undergrad and graduate school there. That person, that TikTok user, did mention Shirley Caesar. Couldn't get that out. Sorry, my accent got in the way. Well, Shirley was at school at my alma mater when she went on. She sent a note to the stage to let Albertina Walker know you're missing a part and I can sing that part. She then said, come up to the stage, and Shirley auditioned. And from there, she joined the Caravans. With that being said, now Shirley has a church in Durham, North Carolina, where she's from. So that's what she was alluding to. But although that person did go to my alma mater, thank you for the gifts. I'm not from there, so I don't think I was doxxed at all. Andre Leon Talley, that's also a fashion god, and my mentor went to my alma mater as well. He's from Durham, North Carolina.
Okay.
Right, just they lie. I'm not from Durham. I'm from a small town, and I really grew up on a farm. I'm not lying. It's like Durham is a city.
Okay. People have stated you beef more with women than men. How do you feel about that?
I don't think that's true because I don't beef. You know what I'm saying? Except for this past week, I've really dragged it with all those people. But honestly, I believe the men on this side have been really supportive of me. Before that whole, oh, you made too much money, the men have been really supportive. So it'll be like anytime I've gotten an argument, say, for example, with two people that I ain't going to mention, they came up to the box and already had some type of internalized issue with me that I didn't know. And I was like, oh, you think you're going to eat? Well, I'll definitely eat down. But I keep a certain banter with them, and I'm doing it just as reads because I really am keeping it light on those people. And I don't try to take it to hell most of the time, except for last week I did drag it a bit. But I don't try to take it to hell with them. And if it were a man, I would take it to hell. He would be all types of BAN so quick. I would probably start with him a lot. So I just think it's people trying to find something wrong with you. But no, I just have to read a lady sometimes. She started reading me, I read her back. And it ain't no beef. And usually after that, I'd be cool with him. Like even somebody like Aries was just like, oh, no, we just got in an argument. We'll let it go. We talk it out and keep it moving. Somebody like Kia. I mean, Kia's funny. Now we be in panels laughing at each other. I don't care.
Okay. I might get to those in a second if I want to be nosy. Let me write that down. Okay. We're going to get back to the game in a second, so that way we can make sure that we, again, clear it out and make sure that we are able, thank y'all, to have a little bit of space and lightness in between all of these heavy questions. So again, if y'all were not here, the name of the game is They Are Team Hippie or They Not Fucking With Me. And if you don't know where that came from, again, go look up Janelle and that little cowboy dance so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So They Are Team Hippie or They Not Fucking With Me. Bella.
I think she's Team Hippie. She tries to be unbiased, and I like that.
All right.
Even when I was saying crazy stuff about Blaze, I don't think that I don't be thinking Bella be caring, but I mean, I like her.
Okay, period. Which she does tend to try not to get all the way in the middle, but
yeah, I feel like she be trying to at least appear non-biased.
All right, They Are Team Hippie or They Not Fucking With Me, Susu.
Oh, Team Hippie. I'm a Susano. I rock with Lady Susu. She's always kind to me, and she's one of three people that I call Lady. Lady Susu, Lady HB, and now Lady Trina. We added Lady Trina of the Great Mom.
Damn, that's a name I forgot on my list because Trina normally always on the list. That's the name I forgot.
I definitely rock with Trina too.
So.
Shout out to the Susandras and the Susanos. I definitely rock with Susu. I'm a subscriber of hers as well too. I like her.
Okay, period. They're a Team Hippie or They Not Fucking With Me? Friends with attitude.
I don't know. That's a shrug because this is what I'm saying. I think that maybe I annoy her sometimes, but I don't think friends really care. She don't have a problem. I just get on her nerves sometimes. That's what I think it is. Thank you for the gifts, babies, y'all. I really appreciate y'all. That's why I'm like, I don't know. It's like, I don't got nothing bad to say about that lady. And I think she kind of funny. I ain't really like the stuff she had going on with them YT people, but that's a different story. But I mean, that was just one time. Like, I think I might get on her nerves a little bit, but I don't think she really cared. You know what I'm saying?
When you say YT people, are you talking about Boyka and Lala?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Tyra.
Okay.
I'm a librarian, too. I like Tyra. She's fucking with the hip.
Okay, she's on the list, so you already got Tyra out the way because she was definitely on the list.
Yes, I'm a librarian. I'm a subscriber over there, and I do like to read books. Okay,
period. They're Team Hippie or they not fucking with me, Miss Nitra?
Oh, Team Hippie. She's always been nice to me, and FOE, too. All of them been kind to me, like, for real. I think Empress and Dex, Glam has been nice too, and what's the lady name? Aunt Tracy. Mm-hmm. Hey, I have never had a problem with anybody in FOE. I don't think I ever got in an argument with none of them. I think maybe because I kind of look at them as like the chill corner or something. I don't know. I like them. I think Miss Nitra individually, I think she's one of the funniest people on this app, like ever. Like she's just funny, and she read like my mama, so of course I'm gonna love it. But
we love some FOE over here.
Yeah, but FOE, like I don't think I've ever gotten into like an argument with any of them, ever. They always so nice to me.
Period. Shout out to FOE.
Yeah, shout out to them.
They're Team Hippie or they not fucking with me? Black Diamond.
I've never talked to her before. So I don't know how she feels about me, and she's never said anything, but I came in a space where at the time Black Diamond was splitting off from everybody, and she was like, I don't know if I want to do the match. Y'all get too diabolical. That's when I started doing the field report. I was already going to Manny Live, and she was like separate herself from that. I've never been on her panel or hung out with her. I do call her grandmama, but kind of like as a term of endearment because I look at Manny as like the father of the house, and she definitely is the mother of the house for Manny and Braid, I think. So I don't know, but I don't have a problem with that lady. I think she cool. That's what I'm saying. I don't like that whole clout chasing thing of like, you know, for Manny, I know that. I'm like, I ain't never talked to that lady before, but I think her show cool and she did her thing. Our timing was different, you know? She was going out when I was coming in.
All right. Nosy.
I don't have a problem with her, but I've never talked to her before. I used to watch some of her reviews of like other stuff before. And then one time she was doing like a review and they was like, oh, Nosy talking about something, you should go over there. But I was doing one of my shows and you know, honey, I'm giving my 60 minutes, okay? So when I went in there, I think HB was already on the panel. So I was like, you know, the queen is here, let her do her thing. So I've never talked to her before. So I don't know if she fucking with me or not. But as far as her being like a puppet master, I love it. And I like that whole like, she just be throwing a little grenade and be like, I don't know. Oh, I love that type of mess. So yeah. But I ain't never talked to her before.
So for those of y'all that are just tuning in, we are coming to the end of the questions because I tried to keep it down to an hour and a half, and it started officially at 8:30. But I am going to get the rest of these questions out. If you missed any of the questions, it will be posted on YouTube as soon as I finish. And y'all know that TikTok took at least an hour to 3 hours to download long lives like this, which is about an hour and a half. So y'all make sure y'all give me the time. They are Team Hippie or they not fucking with me? Rizzy.
No, I think Team Hippie. One time when I first got on Messy Talk, we was going back and forth, and Laugh was like, this is the driest argument ever. It ain't no meat on this bone. But I think it was a dry argument because I like to play the game. And I felt like Rizzy was just like poking at me just to see how far I could go. And we didn't have a problem. It wasn't a real argument. She just was trying to pick at me to see what I would say back. So I kept it dry. She kept it dry. And then from that time on, she just was cool. And she's never been a big supporter of mine, per se, with any like money or anything before anybody say that. She just do her own thing. So, yeah, she messy like everybody else messy. And, yeah, I don't got a problem with Riz. So I think she fucking with me. She always been cool with me. We just had that one dry argument, girl. It was so dry because I didn't want it. She just wanted to mess with somebody because wasn't nobody doing nothing. Like, honey, last day, wasn't on me on that bone.
They laugh, you know, that's my roasting partner, so I can already hear her ass now. You ain't got to say no more than that. Because Laugh is going to do that. She gonna be like, this is boring as fuck. And then she going to add her own little spice. So I'm going to jump into some messy categories, and then I'm going to get to the last of the game before I get to the last questions that delve into you and what you think. All right?
Okay.
Messy category. Who can leave the app today and you won't give a fuck?
AJ of the JJs.
Okay. Worst platform.
Worst? Worst how?
Worst as in you wouldn't
They
give
buy
a dollar because they really don't give good content. They don't give good entertainment. It's no point of them to even go live in Messy Talk. That's what I mean by worst platform.
That's wild. I don't dislike anybody in that way. Then maybe, like, I feel like I look at it as an ecosystem and everybody is needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you need the big fish, you need the small fish. Hell, you even need the plankton floating around. So I don't look at it like that. I want everybody to have a platform. You know, like we can talk junk and throw shade, but if 10 people support you, let them 10 people come to your live every week. Shoot. I don't know.
Can I get messy and ask, can you give me 2 plankton on Messy's Talk Ocean?
Yeah. Kev, I'm going to go with you again. I'm sorry. You did support me, Kev, but you know, I just feel like, and Blaze, I feel like if Bella didn't support you, baby, the big fish would have ate you up by now, baby. You would have been swallowed by a whale, okay? You know, whale don't even have teeth. They just use, like, these bristles to catch plankton. Like, Blaze would have been gone, honey. Sorry, I know a lot about animals. Let's go. Next question. She hit the reverse on me, did she, Tyra?
You know, the reverses, y'all fucking fuck. Y'all the ones that told me to get to the messy question, so of course that's a messy question I had to ask. He gave an order of people on the app. No offense, no cocky shit. I know I'm not plankton, so I want to know who the fuck is plankton on this bitch. Like, who's the people where you feel like they on the bottom level? Hey, Big Bird. All right. Since you've been on the app, give me your messiest TikTok situation so far.
Messiest? I guess the box battle would be the messiest one, where people really wanted an explanation from me, and people had narratives trying to spin. It's like it's gonna be the messiest one.
Tyra loves the interviews, by the way, so you probably will be recapping the library tomorrow. She likes to, you know.
Yeah, I'll come over and talk in the library.
Read a book to the interviews. So, what's your messiest situation? I'm sorry.
I said the box battle because I had people wanted interviews.
Has he been here?
Yeah, because I really tried to stay out of the mess. I wanted to be a reporter. I wanted to be reporting the mess and stay out of it. So I was really trying to stray away from situations. Like, even reading people, I was careful about it. If somebody really was poking me and I wasn't in the mood, I'm like, I'm going to hell with you right quick. But I'm cautious. I was cautious about that because I wanted my space to be one that people felt comfortable coming to. And then also, I wanted to tell the story, not be the story. I mean, and then following Manny's example, you know what I'm saying? How often do Manny actually be in the mess versus reporting the mess, you know?
Wait, what?
Right. How often do Manny be in the mess versus reporting the mess?
A lot.
Right. Manny mess be because he's talking about people in the newsroom.
No, not all the time. There'd be some mess outside of that newsroom. I like Manny. I love Manny. Manny newsroom be popping, but a lot of the mess that Manny be in be Manny and people outside of the fucking newsroom and his opinions on certain messy situations.
I don't know anything about that, Sh3go.
I'm gonna let you have that because I already know how you feel about it. Did you say that was your uncle, Uncle Manny?
Manny is the father of the house, and Braid is Uncle Braid. And I don't care how
Okay, so
anybody
I
feels
got
about
it
it.
mixed up. I know how you
Yes,
feel
Braid is
about
younger than me. I
Papa.
don't care how anybody feels about it. I think it's cute.
Okay, I know how you feel about Papa. I'm gonna let him go. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about that no more. All right, so the last two names that I got for their Team Hippie are they not fucking with me? Empress.
Oh, Team Hippie. I like her. She's been supportive of me the whole time, and she continues to support me. Team Hippie. I like Empress. Shout out to Empress.
Period. They are Team Hippie or they not fucking with me? Rose.
Oh, Team Hippie. We only had our one little
birthday,
spat,
Mama Tyra.
but yeah, happy birthday, Mama Tyra, to the mother, the grand dame of the newsroom, not the newsroom, the library. Let me say it again. The grand. Hold on, wait. It's not the. It's like the Archduchess of the library. Thank you. My brain had to get there.
Period.
Yeah, I forgot who we was talking about. Who did you ask about last? My brain forgot.
Rose.
Oh yeah, we only had that one little spat, and she's been supportive, and she's fun. We shady to each other. I like it.
Okay, period. So we're going to get to the last questions that delve into Hippie. Again, in true comic cousin fashion, y'all wanted the mess first. I got to all the mess that I could find on Hippie. If you have any more messy questions, the Cash App is still right there. And I thank you for all of the support. So Hippie, what side of TikTok did you come from?
All over. When I was just on TikTok, and then I was doing lives when other people couldn't be in your box, and it'd just be me and the aliens dancing and me drinking. Like I got most of my followers on TikTok from going live and being in lives, from being in chat. So I done been in some of everything, in debates, on the books, over there on the spiritual talk when people was doing readings every other day. I done been on Battle Talk with Cola and them before. I've done been over there arguing with Messy Cousin and them. Like I be all over. And that's how I ended up, like people like, how you end up on Messy Talk? I stumbled into Lady HB Live one night, and Kev the Comic was up there showing receipts, and I had to get up there and press that button. And it was like 4 a.m. Who knows if HB remembers that? But if you think about why my algorithm would just stumble upon that, is because I was used to scrolling through lives. I would always stop on the lives where they arguing. I would be in the comments trolling on my real page, so people can go to my page and read me if they want to. So that's the type of stuff that I follow. So the algorithm had already put it there. But then when I saw it from there, then I saw Diamond Panel. And from Diamond Panel, that's when I like met all the other characters with, even like AJ the JJ, she was supportive of me initially. Manny, Drop was already gone, but she was always a topic at the time over there. And then it'll be over there in the newsroom. Like Rashi and them were interested in Rose, even Alex, like a lot of them I knew from Diamond platform, but I was just kind of in it quietly. And then like Cola and them on their side, like Toxic Side, a lot of them really like Diamond and they already follow her. So they used to like share me her lives and stuff too anyway. And I was like, ooh, they do this all day. That's interesting.
I forgot. I do have one messy question left.
Okay. I got one messy answer.
Understand you won't be attending the rodeo due to health issues.
That is correct.
I want you to give me your field report on your expectations of what's going to happen at the rodeo.
Expectations, lots of drinking. Going to be some mess somewhere, because it's always some mess, okay? It's going to be some friend groups falling out. It may not be the $2 crew, but I mean other friend groups that are going. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this Scott saga, like how he going to act, once it's time.
Do you think he's still going?
That's what he said. And he said his family coming, so let's see how bold he is.
Going no more.
I don't know. That last I heard was on live, so I could be wrong, but last I heard, he said he was going and his people was going to be there, and he said he couldn't disappoint his family.
The teacher. I
don't know, sister. I don't know. Maybe my field report is a little dusty. We've been off for a week or two.
You in Dallas now, baby?
Yeah, I have 60 days. So I also had to cancel my trip to Aruba, which I wasn't feeling. So I have 60 days, and then
I'm supposed to be visiting there soon, baby. Like literally that weekend I'm supposed to be in Dallas. That's why I couldn't go to the event.
Yeah, I've never been to Dallas. Yeah, $2. That's what she said. I'm not gonna be able to come because I have 60 days. She asked what's my prediction of what's gonna happen. I said lots of good things. Shout out to $2 and the dollar bill.
Yes, I did try to get the field report on what he believes he was going to happen. He said a lot of drinks. He said some friend groups falling out, even though he does not believe that's going to be the $2 crew. And he is interested to see what Scott is going to do.
Oh, she's talking about Scott. Oh, wow.
See, that's why I said I heard that he won't come in either.
He said he didn't buy a ticket, nor did his family. Oh, wow. I see. I don't know.
Oh, okay. We getting some tea live, you guys.
Corrected me on the live.
So while that tea is brewing, do you have a favorite creator?
Manny. And that's childish of me. I know.
I should have known that.
But if we're talking about my favorite creator, Manny, if you're talking about who I think is the king and queen of messy talk, the people voted on my show and they said Brett and HB, I do think that they carry it the most. Who I think are some good supporting characters. AJ is insane, but that investigative stuff, at least it keeps us entertained sometimes. Tea Time, I like her panel, and I intentionally stayed away from her panel initially because I didn't want people to think that I was trying to go to all the biggest creators and try to sit in that panel to get where I was going, you know what I'm saying? But I like her panel, and I like how I think she tries to have a dichotomy or a diverse group of opinions just to be able to argue it out or debate it out, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that she has a pretty dope, but also like Tyra does cool recaps and Empress does cool recaps. Blaze stuff is like shady, but isn't it entertaining? Like kinda. I like Bella's court. I like Miss Nietzsche court. So there's a lot of cool spaces, you know what I'm saying? But if you talking about who's my favorite, gotta be the big dog. Love you down, baby wavy.
So what made you start the field report?
The comment cousins were asking me to do something, and I was thinking about it, and honestly, I reached out to Manny and was like, I got this idea. I want to be like a spin-off of the newsroom. What you think? And he was like, yeah. He was like very supportive and gave me a lot of ideas, and I was like, okay, we in there. And I started doing it, and it was successful. We did have 16 successful shows, and we will be coming back to have more.
All right. So before I do my last 3 questions.
Hey, Simone, are we cool today or what? I don't know. Me and you was battling in some comments the other day, sister.
You ready to give me that list since we got 3 more questions left of who here you
yeah, sure.
on midnight?
Yeah. It was what time is it? Okay. It was AJ, Manj, Laj, Fro-J, Ball J, No Edges J, Florida No Edges, Ho Upside Down, Past That Coochie Around the Coochie Girl Coat, Mess J. Also,
shut up, drop my cup.
Also, it was Droplet Blaze with his big square Roblox head. And the only reason why I haven't let his hair I haven't grasped him too much because his real target was $2. But you try to use my name to do it, bitch, nigga, I don't fuck with you. But after 12, I'll let your hair go. Al, you like a leprechaun. You should have kept your mouth closed with them thick bifocals. And Tab, you as well. You swish roll that's straight out of the pack. Sister, shut your ass up with that goddamn turkey neck. Okay, but I'm gonna let their hair go at 12. I'm resetting at 12, y'all, and I'm going back to the old hip. Y'all can come back to Switzerland every now and then. There's your list, Sh3go.
But wait, okay, so I'm not gonna lie. The first 2, expected, understood. I'm not gonna ask them more because Lord knows. Can you tell me?
Thank you. I'm glad you don't know.
Can you tell me what Alan Tab did?
No, after you got like an hour and some change, and you won't be a target anymore. But I've been tagging your man all weekend. Y'all want that type of time. But if you do, you definitely got until 12 Eastern. Okay, baby.
What did Alan Tab do?
They were talking about me in a certain TikTok user's live. And Rose was so kind enough to read it out loud for me.
Can we get the name of the TikTok user, please?
Nah. I already gave you who it was and who told it to me. Come on now.
Was
Next
it recent?
question.
How long ago was it so I could go find it?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it was during the debacle week or whatever, around the time when I was semi getting doxxed or whatever during that time. And I was like, oh yeah, y'all on the list to eat. I don't need to find a clip because I've been dragging your man all week in the comments and he won't respond. And I got until 12 Eastern. So I don't need to, baby. You keep it up, I'm gonna eat your stupid ass up now. Okay? I really want to get down.
You gotta wait.
Okay, sorry. Back to the interview. It's about me, baby. It's not about you, Tab. Nobody cares about your sad, sour life. Okay, go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Next question.
I took for the feather. Feather got in my throat.
Yeah, that feather. Go ahead and get you a drink.
For her to get dragged too, you said she talked about you too. Is it because she collateral damage because you were out?
No, it was both of them. Let's go ahead with the interview. I already said it was both of them, and I said what I said. I've been dragging them all week, so I don't know why she had the surprise. Hold on, I'll get you about 30 minutes.
Al and Tab, if y'all want to interview, I'm booked. I ain't booked. I'm open. If you want to get booked, I got my words all wrong. If y'all want to tell your own side, right. I'm open.
See, Sh3go, you see how I'm not a hater? I encourage you to interview them. I encourage that. Get y'all bag, Al and Tab. But don't try me again, ho. Go ahead, baby. Next question.
Ooh, in building your platform so far, do you have any regrets?
I think I played nice too long.
I know what the fuck that feel like. As long as my ass been here way too many times playing nice for people, I know exactly what the fuck that feel like. Do you want to delve in further, like anybody that you felt like you was too nice to, or you just want to leave that statement where it's at?
No, I think with everyone, even like with the comment cousins and like allowing people behavior and not blocking people and stuff like that. I was just trying to like have a space where people can come in and feel like they can talk junk without me trying to attack them. You know what I'm saying? As long as they stay within the realm of just being shady and not trying to drag the people in the panel, you know what I'm saying? They're free to get their ideas out, you know what I'm saying?
You got my audience shocked, Fred. This is a hell of a comeback because I would have expected that shit at the end. I know you said you had a list, but I think they still recovering from the list. But it's okay because we calming them down right about now.
That's okay.
So you mentioned something earlier in the interview that I want to expound on. Why does DV trigger you?
Because
if you don't want to go there, you do.
No, I'll say I don't care because. T-Tom says, don't talk about your trauma unless you heal from it. I'm the youngest of my mom's kids and my grandkids. My grandma has 5 girls. So I grew up fighting grown men in a lot of different ways for what they were trying to do to the women in our lives. So I don't play around like that. And then like you'll see me read these ladies and stuff like that, but you're not gonna never hear me like be like, oh, I'll pull up on you. Oh, where you at? Like I don't even think to speak that way. You know what I'm saying? I can argue with Sh3go in the same room. I'm not gonna jump up out my seat. I might read you from across the room, but I'm not gonna jump up or be waving my hands around. Nah, what you gonna do? Hit the lady? Like so I take that very seriously. So yeah, that's why. Cause it's like it takes something crazy. It will. That's how you bring the nigga out of me.
It's a trigger for you. I mean, and you have a protective spirit, so I understand. Especially if you had to grow up in defense mode, you would grow up also with a protective spirit. So I understand that.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's finish off your interview, Hippie. What are your next ventures for the app? You already told us that the box battles are done. So what can we expect next from you?
DJ Drop, the only reason why you weren't on the list is because of Madame $2. But you keep it up, and I'm getting these screenshots.
What did DJ Drop do? I like DJ Drop. What she do?
It's not her first time, her second time, or her third, but she can go on the list before 12 if she want to get down. Okay. So what's the question, baby wavy?
What are your next ventures for the app?
Talking about me, but y'all don't know me. What was y'all running your mouth for? Pussy ass hoe. Go ahead.
What are your next ventures for the app? Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're going to come back and do the field report. We are going to do it more days, so probably 2 days a week. But we're going to continue doing like the book club that we started. I think that was fun. And I want to do more stuff like poetry slams and get the common cousins involved and all that type of stuff.
Okay, poetry slams. That's something new that I haven't seen much of yet. That's interesting.
Yeah, I got it from ladies too, so I'll start doing it. And I've done poetry like on my on the field report, but you know.
All right, period. Well, again, another space that is calm that will give people a chance to show their talent. So I'm all here for it. And Black poets have not only a lot to say, but, hearing that soul music in the background and be able to just hear quiet and, I look forward to it. So definitely share it to me. I'll be more than happy to promote. I'm a little scared to ask, but you got any last messages before I end your interview?
Nah, I wouldn't end like that. What I will say is,
all right,
my desire for my platform is to have positivity and have a good time with the light mess. Braid dubbed it Disney mess, so I think that's funny. But that's the reason why I took the break, was because I knew I wanted to drag some people, and I'm not going to use the field report to be dragging people. That's not what that show is about. That's not what the people signed up for. So I had to go ahead and handle mine and do what I got to do, and then come back and give you that successful 60 minutes where I can be non-biased, where you're used to the fun space that you had before, versus me being mad and having all this vitriol in my voice for everybody and everything. It's like, I got to make sure I'm in the right headspace, and I also got to make sure I'm delivering what the people are expecting. So yeah, that'll be a final message. Moving forward, we getting back to it, and it's going to be professional as always.
Period. Amen, amen, amen. So everybody, we are nearing the end. This is the actual end of the interview. We've got to the game. We've got to all the questions, got to get to a deeper perspective of Hippie, and also get the full background of the box battle. If you guys want to be able to recap this, so that way if you have any questions, again, y'all know the main purpose of this interview is to get the other side so they don't have to keep repeating themselves. I download this. I put it on YouTube on Sh3go Sofa. That is spelled the same way as my name is spelled, Sh3go Sofa. When you go on there, you will see all of the past interviews. This will be part 23. This is the 23rd interview we've had on this platform. So it will be posted as soon as we finish. Hippie, I want to thank you so very much for giving me a full in-depth perspective, a very fun game, because we had a lot of fun and got the truth on how you really feel, as well as dropping that list in which you promised the people here you will let go by midnight. If your name is on that list, again, you might want to check that YouTube to see if you're going to be getting a dragon before midnight Eastern. But is there anything else you would like to say, Hippie?
This was a lot of fun. I appreciate you for opening up your space for me, and I'm glad that I'm your first swing back at interviewing again.
Period. Yes. Again, this is interview 23, which is the official comeback of the trap. Please make sure that you follow Hippie so that way you can stay tuned to the field report on Tuesdays at 10 Eastern. Over there, they go to the clouds and make sure they give all the messy categories for whatever's going on throughout the week. I love you guys, and thank you so very much for being here, and I hope you have an amazing night. Good night. Oh, by the way, shout out to my mods, Ballhead, Octavia, Nay Baby, Rob, everybody here that's been keeping the comment section under control, Pilot Bay, every single person that has been here. I greatly appreciate all of you. If I forgot any names, please forgive me, because y'all know that I've been in the clouds with him this whole interview. There is another interview that is already booked coming up this weekend. And by the way, I don't mean to be messy, but it was told to me, again, if y'all remember the on the spot interview that I had to have with HB, where one of the questions was about the crowd fund for the apartment, that I didn't have the clip. I actually got the clip, and I will be posting it soon, because I never asked a question without having proof to attach. But of course, with me being in school, I had to go find it. So I will be posting that so that way hopefully y'all can get the answer to the question, because I don't even want the answer anymore. And y'all have a great night. Bye.
Have a good night.